Why is the global AI regulatory landscape so fragmented? Imagine trying to follow a map where every country has drawn its own roads, signs, and rules. That's what governing artificial intelligence across the world feels like today. Different nations have their own ideas about how to regulate AI, and that makes a patchwork of rules rather than one clear path. Some countries want to encourage innovation and economic growth. The United States, for example, has a relaxed approach, with many states creating their own rules to attract AI companies. They want to stay competitive and not slow down progress. On the other hand, the European Union focuses on protecting people's rights. Their AI Act is strict, banning risky AI practices and making sure AI systems are transparent and fair. China takes a different route. They have a centralized system where the government controls AI development tightly. They enforce rules on content labeling and data used to keep social control and oversight in check. These different goals come from each country's political and economic priorities, which makes it hard to create one global set of rules. Another big reason for the fragmentation is that there is no international agreement or binding law for AI regulation. While groups like the International Organization for Standardization develop voluntary standards, these are not legally binding. Countries often meet and discuss, but they still prefer to follow their own rules. This leads to a situation where companies must follow many different laws depending on where they operate. Technology is changing very fast, sometimes faster than governments can keep up. Many nations are still figuring out what their AI policies should be. In the United States, for example, hundreds of bills related to AI are considered at the state level, but only a few become law. This creates a confusing and inconsistent environment for businesses and developers. Cultural and ethical differences also play a role. What one country sees as a privacy violation might not be viewed the same way elsewhere. The European Union emphasizes human rights and privacy, while other regions might prioritize economic growth or national security. These varying values influence how each country approaches AI rules. Political and industry interests add to the mix. Governments and tech companies often shape regulations to suit their goals. Some want fewer rules to make it easier to develop and sell AI products. Others push for stricter controls to manage risks or protect sovereignty. Changes in political leadership can quickly shift policies, making the regulatory scene even more unpredictable. For those working with AI across borders, this means navigating a maze of different laws and standards. Companies need to stay updated on regulations in each country, build internal policies that meet the strictest standards, and be ready for sudden changes. They also have to participate in policy discussions to help shape future rules. In the end, the reason the global AI regulatory landscape is so fragmented comes down to differing national goals, the lack of international agreements, rapid technological progress, cultural differences, and strategic interests. All these factors combine to create a complex web of rules that makes governing AI a real challenge worldwide.